We are now live. Friends will start popping in here shortly. I'm looking forward to hanging out with y'all for about another hour today on the third installment of the Show and Tell Show. Welcome. Glad to have y'all. We're going to do a little bit of a different one today. It's all going to be about pets. I figured with it being Easter, I don't know, something about Easter. Well, I know what brought Easter out on me every time. Was when I was little, we always seemed to get pets on Easter. And I had a propensity for naming my pets Daisy when I was little. I know I had a duck named Daisy. That wasn't very imaginative. And then I had a dog named Daisy for a little bit. I think I had two dogs named Daisy. It was kind of the go-to name. This isn't Daisy. This is Willow. She's having the time of her life. She is a non-participant by choice on this episode. Willow was a rescue when we lived in Toronto. She was the littlest kitty cat. The cool thing about her is she's super cuddly, except when we want her to be. But she plays fetch, unlike this moron. Hey, Roscoe, come here. Come on up here, buddy. Yep. Come on. You can do it. Get up here. Come on. This is the lard butt known as Roscoe P. Coltrane. He was also acquired when we were in Toronto. He's kind of fat, lazy. Does one round around the block every day, and comes home and gets all dramatic and passes out. He does a few tricks, but never on camera. So anyway, welcome to the Show and Tell Show. We have got some guests. I don't have a lot that I'm going to be showing this time around because you've already seen my two pets. I've got a fish as well that I have forgotten its name. That's how close I am with this sucker. But anyway, my very first guest is my niece, Nina. She actually reached out to me last week. I said, hey, Uncle Jimbo. That's what my nieces and nephews refer to me as. But told me that she wanted to join in and share her pet. They've got, I didn't know they actually had this one. So let me bring Nina in. Nina? All right, sweetie P, I've got you invited. Just waiting for you to accept the invitation, and then you'll come on in. There you are,
Hi.
Sweetheart. How are you?
Good.
Good. All right. So, everybody, this is my niece, Nina Foster.
Are you ready for show and tell?
Cool.
Oh,
Already?
your dad's got to be involved, right? Tell him you're on air. Don't mess with the talent.
Hi.
All right. So, Nina, introduce yourself real quick.
I'm Nina, and I'm going to be showing my pet lizard, Gary. Come here, Gary. The bearded dragon.
I did not know you had one. Uh-oh. Now, something happens every time I invite my nieces. I had Francie and Blythe on recently to show their chicks, and for some reason this happens. So, Nina, I'm sorry, Peanut. Looks like we're getting a bad connection. Maybe in another room you might have some luck, because I really want to see this bearded dragon of yours. Well, shucks. That is not working, Nina. We'll hang in there for just a little while longer. While we're waiting for Nina's connection to get a little bit better, wanted to share this piece with y'all. Now, this doesn't actually belong to me. It is Wicket quencher. Now, this doesn't actually belong to me. It Wicket quencher. It's what crickets crave. I love it. That's awesome. All right. So for about a year now, doesn't actually belong to me. It belongs to a friend of mine, Johnny. We call him Johnny Tightpants. He is a bartender that is currently seeking other opportunities because of everything that's going on. But he bought this, I guess, and I gave him a ride home, and it's been sitting in my truck ever since. I really would like to have him on sometime because he has a pet fox. All right, let's try Nina one more time. Nina, let's go, girl. Come on. All right, you've been invited. Waiting on you.
Hi, I'm back.
There we go.
So,
All right, so you
I'm
got a
gonna
bearded
be
dragon,
showing
right?
you. Yes, I'm gonna be
All
showing
right. So
you
how long have you had Gary?
how he eats. How cold because I don't think he really likes that. But he's gonna be eating his crickets during these tubes.
Oh, are you feeding him? What are you feeding him?
Crickets.
Oh, wow. Cool. He's really
not
going
like
for it
the
too, isn't he?
best at hunting, but he's pretty good.
How long have you had him?
For about like 5 months probably.
Okay, cool. And how often do you have to feed him?
In the morning and at night.
Oh, so you feed
Gary's
him twice a
behind
day.
me.
Okay, cool. I thought maybe it'd be like snakes, where maybe you fed him like once a month or something. But he eats every. So do you always have crickets on hand?
Yes, I always have crickets.
All right.
I have to feed the crickets so they stay alive.
Okay. So what do you feed crickets? I didn't know that.
So I have them over here in this little bin. I have to feed them some cricket food, which is just normal food. And then I have to, oh, that's bearded dragon food. And then I have to feed them their water, which looks like green jello.
Cricket. Let's see that bottle again. What's that called? Cricket quencher? It's what crickets crave. I love it. That's awesome. All right. So how did you manage to talk your parents into letting you have a bearded dragon? Because y'all got a dog, and I don't think, yeah.
Well, like I really wanted one, and then it was like towards my birthday last year, and I was like, oh, can I get a bearded dragon? But they're like, probably not for your birthday, because it was probably like in a couple of weeks after, like that I told them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so then I've been like researching it for like a year, and then for Christmas, I finally got one.
Cool. Awesome. So that's a great Christmas gift. Is he really easy to take care of?
Yes, it's really easy. All you have to do is tuck him in at night with his pillow and his blanket, feed him crickets, and then love on him.
Oh, cool. Does he I don't know if he does any tricks or anything. Does he come to you, or does he recognize you?
I'm trying to teach him this trick where when I call his name, he comes to me, but it doesn't really work.
Yeah. All right. And let's hear about
Sometimes
this name,
like
Gary. How'd you come up with that name?
So the day I got him, I wasn't really sure what to name him. So I was just in the car with my mom when I had him, and I was like, he kind of looks like a Gary. So I was trying to think of like names, and I thought of SpongeBob and his pet snail, Gary.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's perfect.
Yeah, it is. It's a good name for him. So someone asked, does he ever bite?
No, he doesn't bite. He's really gentle and sweet.
Super gentle. Okay, cool.
He likes to
Well,
sit on my
Nina,
brother's head.
to end this, someone asked if we could see a demonstration of you tucking him in for the night. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Okay. So sometimes he likes to tuck himself in.
Yeah.
But this is how I normally do it. So I get Gary, and I shut him on my chest like this, and then I pet him and pet him. And then, he's probably not even tired. I grab his blanket and wrap him up, and I keep petting him. And then just set him in there and turn his light off.
And he'll stay in there all night?
He will.
That's pretty cool. Nina, thank you so much for coming on the Show and Tell show. That's really awesome. It's our first lizard, so I think that's pretty cool. I know you wanted in last week, so thanks for reaching out to me and asking to be on.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, sure. Oh, take care of yourself, and y'all are moving soon, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You're right now you're in North Carolina, and y'all are headed to Virginia. Are you excited?
I'm really excited because I want a bigger
Yeah.
room because it's like really tiny.
Cool, cool, cool. And are you excited about trying a new school?
hmm
Yeah. Do you like going to new schools?
What?
I said, do you like going into new schools? Is that scary for you, or is that kind of fun?
Not really.
Just it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
All righty, cool. Well, Sweet Pea, good to see you. Love you tons, and go hug your mama
Bye.
and daddy for me, okay?
Bye.
Bye, sweetie. Let's see. There we go. All right. That was my niece Nina and her bearded dragon Gary. That was pretty cool. Did not know you could tuck in a lizard. That's pretty awesome. So have a couple other friends that we've invited to join. I do see one family is in, the Harlows. I don't think the Roses will be able to attend, and then Kim also may not be able to come in. But I did get a video from Kim. I'll post that on the Instagram TV later on if she's not able to join us live. But let's see if Hannah is on board. Hannah and her whole family, because this is a, let's see if I've got them on here. Chris, I'm going to bring you in, bud, because I don't see Hannah yet. So the Harlows have got almost an entire zoo.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Yep, here we go. All right, man. How's it going, Harlows?
Good. What's up?
Man, just it's a Saturday, and the only way I know it is because of this show. Every other day just kind of becomes the same after a while. How are y'all doing in quarantine?
We're hanging in there.
Cool, good. Now, friends, these are my friends, the Harlows. They're in Plano. The first animal that we're going to talk about is my favorite one, and he's right there in the middle, the star of the show, Kentucky. So I'm going to turn it over to y'all and let y'all kind of introduce the entire menagerie of pets that y'all have. But this right here is Kentucky, right?
Yes, bend it down there.
There we go.
All righty.
There he is.
All right. So
Tell 'em a little
Kentucky,
bit
for
about-
those of you that are watching, Kentucky and I have a kind of well, I don't know. He may have forgotten me by now, but Kentucky was originally my dog. And before we moved to Toronto, the Harlows took him on board because we didn't know what our living situation was going to be when we moved to Toronto. And we ended up living in a townhome, and it would not have been good for a Great Dane, much less the snow. Pearl, I see you, girl. You want to tell us anything about Kentucky? What do you know about Kentucky?
He begs for food a lot.
That's about all he's good for is begging and cuddling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we first got Kentucky, he could twirl. Fiona taught him how to twirl, and I think Liam probably had taught him something. And it was a well-behaved, really polite.
He was a very well-disciplined dog, I know.
Yeah, and we managed to completely unwire him.
We ruined him.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
He prefers to eat off of our plates. You gonna get up and say hi to everybody?
No.
So, so this is his life now. Whenever we have food out, he begs for it, and then he just sits in his bed.
Yeah. Kentucky's a sweet boy, man. He Great Danes are called the heartbreak breed because they do have a short life, and what is he, 7 now?
Yeah, he'll be 8 this year.
He's going to be 8, which is kind of getting old for a Great Dane. But all right, so enough about Kentucky. And Kentucky, I can tell the story about how he got his name. I wanted a bourbon-related kind of name. I love bourbon, and I wanted to name him. Actually, I was thinking about naming him Whiskey, but our next door neighbor took the name Whiskey, like as we were discussing it. And like, all right, he named his German Shepherd Whiskey. And Fiona actually came up with Kentucky, and I think it's turned into Tucker, Tucky. There's all kinds of different names for him. But y'all have got some other pets, right? We're not just talking about a Great Dane here. What else do y'all have?
Cash has one.
Okay, what do you got, Cash? I'm scooting in close like I can see better.
Cash has Flash.
Cash has Flash. All right. And what is this, Cash?
Snake. Well,
Thank you. What kind of snake, Bonehead?
Checkered
What is it?
garter.
Okay, cool. Does Kentucky still freak out about him?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Hey, what do you think about that snake?
Oh, don't eat him live on TV, man. No, okay. I know originally, like, he did not like snakes. All right, cool,
No.
Cash. How long have you had this snake?
I don't know.
A couple of years. We know she's a female because she cloned herself about a year after we got her.
What does that mean?
So we found 2 of her babies in her cage.
So these are asexual, meaning they can procreate on their own?
They're still technically whatever is the opposite of asexual.
Okay.
But they can clone in captivity. It's a what is it called?
Survival mechanism?
It's just part of
I don't know.
Nature finds a way, like I said in Jurassic Park, right?
Yes. She
That
found
is
a way.
cool. And what's the snake's name?
Flash.
Flash, that's right. Okay. So we got Flash in Kentucky.
She's got a checkered pattern like Vans.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
she has a red
cool.
tongue. She's got a red tongue. I tried to get him to name something like that, but he wouldn't do it.
Yeah. And that's where we lose Bonnie Joe right there as soon as
She's gone.
All righty, cool. What else y'all got?
We got another one. Here, I'm going to switch with Hannah.
Take her up there. Take her up there, Hannah.
Okay.
You can stand in front of him.
This is Rory. Oh my goodness, if he stops moving. He's
The ball python, right?
Yes, he's my little baby.
Cool. And what's something interesting about Rory?
Oh, I don't know, he's small.
There you go.
Whoa!
And he will get big, right?
Yeah. Well,
There you go.
oh my gosh. Okay.
There you go.
That was easier for me to squat over. So they're called ball pythons because they curl up in like a donut. He's not doing it right now, but and another name for them is royal python because royal people used to wear them around their necks to show like their status. So
Interesting. That's cool. And where are they from originally?
I don't know.
Hell.
The pet store.
Yeah.
The Serpentarium in Plano or Richardson, right?
Preparium.
Okay. Hey, so are those all the pets y'all have right now?
No, we have 2 more. Hang on.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Come on.
I want to do one. I want to do one. No.
Hang on.
There's one that I'm excited about. I hope it's still around. I don't know.
Yes. We
Okay,
are
good.
down a pet as of March 31st, but
Okay, bummer.
Yeah, it was a sad day.
Which one is that?
one of the rats died.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's a rat.
But we
Sorry.
still have 4.
We do have like a zoo.
You do, right? So
Yeah.
there's
All
some.
in one.
All right. So these
And Kentucky's
guys-
totally chill with everything, right?
So far.
Small little.
Okay,
2
cool.
rats.
They're brothers. Their names are Fergus and Alistair.
All right.
Think a lot.
And how, Hannah, how did you come up with those names?
I don't know.
They're Scottish.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're obviously Scottish rats. Jim.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And is there anything special to keeping rats? I mean, you've got them pretty tame. They seem to be pretty chill. Kentucky's not going after them. You got snakes around them.
Yeah. It's definitely a weird room having snakes and rats in the same.
Yeah, no doubt. It's pretty cool though. Y'all are so gentle with them, and obviously there's a lot of care. By the way, I just noticed your haircut, Hannah. That is super cool. I love it.
Yeah.
It is
Thank
so
you.
cool. I dig it.
Oh my
All right, got one more, right?
Yeah, let me go grab him.
One more.
Okay. Hey, Kentucky.
There he is. He decided to face the camera and see everything.
There we go.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
You want a treat?
Is it tough to be on TV? Oh, he wants a treat.
Oh, pass it.
All right, we got one more pet coming up. This one's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are you cute? Go get it, Chucky.
For those of you just joining, you'll want to go back and watch this. I'll record it, or it gets recorded, and I usually upload these to YouTube. You'll want to watch this because the Harlows have got just a ton of pets right now. Oh, there we go. Action shot.
Right on the camera.
All right, so they got a pet in a bag is what I'm thinking. There we go. Boom. The hedgehog. I love this dude. What's his name?
I'm very scared he's gonna bite me right now, but because he's rude. But
Okay,
Yeah.
so you've got a hedgehog. What's this hedgehog's name?
Norbert.
Norbert. Okay. So are they nocturnal?
Yeah, they're nocturnal.
Okay.
I think.
And
all
are
of
they?
my-
We had
Nocturnal.
hamsters that were nocturnal, which meant that made just a complete racket in the middle of the night. But how are they? How are they otherwise? I mean, is he noisy?
When he's angry, he makes like a chuffing noise. He's
Yeah.
not doing it now, but because you're a secret.
They have noiseless wheels now. They've
Yeah, I used
improved.
to.
Oh. So growing up, my brother had hamsters, and my mom has like whatever the phobia is of mice. And this is when we were out in Weston. We're way out in the country. My brother had hamsters, and we weren't allowed to bring them in the house, so we kept them out on the patio. So they were like outdoor hamsters, and poor guys. I don't know how long they survived. So what goes into raising? You've had
Norbert.
the hedgehog for quite some time. How is it to take care of them?
It's fairly easy. You just gotta clean them and make sure they're fed and have water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see like on the internet people float these guys on their back all the time. Do you do that? Is that part of the routine, or is
No,
that just for the
I
Instagram?
can actually like stress them out, and it's not the best.
Good on you for being a good keeper. Then that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is, guys. This has been one of the. This is. I come over every once in a while, but I didn't realize y'all had this many dang pets. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
All
kinda
right.
ridiculous.
Okay, so hey, I forgot to ask Nina. Last week I started doing something. Are there any small businesses, and maybe the ones that are tied to the pets that y'all have picked up? Are there any small businesses that y'all love and want to support and give a shout out to?
The DFW Reptarium is really good.
Okay.
In-N-Out Burger.
Was that Cash?
Okay. Huh? Yeah, go ahead. and
Yeah,
talk about it.
okay. Cash has a thing for In-N-Out Burger. All right, cool. All right, well, guys, thank you so much for sharing all your pets with us. We hope y'all are
definitely.
doing well.
Yeah, this is what he normally looks like.
There we go. Yep, taking up the
Sitting on
entire couch.
So, yeah. Well, take care.
All right, love you
It was
guys.
nice
Y'all be
sharing with you
good.
guys. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, cool. So let me see if we have any other guests loaded up here. Not quite yet. I did. Hey, Johnny, I don't know if you're home or not, but I was just showing something earlier. I mentioned you. Look what I found in the truck. So my truck unfortunately got broken into this past week, and as I was cleaning it out, I found your brass fox, which I wish I had thought to have you on, man. Seeing your fox would have been really cool. So yeah, my friend Johnny has a fox, and I've never actually seen it. So yeah. Anyway, we had Nina, the Harlows. I'm going to look through one more time because we have a couple of other guests. I told them if they couldn't make it, no pressure. And I don't see them. So this is all low pressure, man. We don't want this to be a big deal. Johnny, are you home right now? You can answer if you just want to type in. I don't know if you're interested in going live. Yeah, I do too. If Johnny's home and he's willing, I would love to see the fox. Just waiting on him to respond. So while we're waiting on Johnny to give an answer, and if we don't get an answer from him, yeah, we want to see the fox, Johnny. The people demand to see the fox. Was thinking about thinking about animals and pets and that sort of thing. And Johnny's going to go see about the fox, and then we may get a request to go live with Johnny. That's pretty cool. But anyway, started thinking about just pets and everything, and I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to show and tell when it comes to animals, except the things that I started showing earlier that are artifacts from Alaska, which kind of bummer to show all the animal parts. So I wanted to do stuff more around live animals. But anyway, wanted to recommend this book. It's actually from the publishers of Garden and Gun, which is an interesting magazine. It got a little hoity-toity for me and more geared for rich folks that like to shoot birds. But this book called Good Dog is just a collection of short stories that I just find, and it's got all kinds of different authors. Some you would recognize, some are Southern Gothic authors. Really good book. Really short, easy read. Love this. I pick it up every once in a while, forget about it for a while, and pick it up again. And every dog story is going to be a sad story. My son used to have a policy of not watching movies with dogs in it because he always knew the dog would die in the movie. So we are going to wait just another second to see if Johnny's ready to go live. And I'm going to wait patiently. That's everything I have for show and tell right now. I do have a video that I'll be posting from my friend for Tink Stink. Tink is an apple-headed Chihuahua, which I have no idea what that means, but kind of a goofy-looking dog, has a lot of personality. She sent a video over, a really short video, but I'll get that uploaded into Instagram TV for her. Man, everybody's just waiting right now. Because we're doing this live. He's probably trying to call me, let me know what's going on. Evan has a working farm. So the last time that we tried to get him, Evan Tate was one of the ones that I had invited on the show. He's got pigs and chickens and all kinds of stuff. And being a working farm, he can't always hope. He just joined. Hey, Evan, we were just talking about you, bud. Talking about how you have a working farm and sometimes the needs of the farm. So if you're cool with it, Evan, we're waiting on Johnny, but I'm going to go ahead and pull you in here, bud. What's up, bud?
Hey, Jimbo.
That was perfect timing, actually.
Good hat.
We just had the Harlows on. So how are things at Tate Farms?
Good. It's good. A little overcast here today and rain this morning, but it's good.
Yeah. Staying busy, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We've been working on a trailer. Brother Josh Williams has been out keeping our distance, but working together on a farm-to-market trailer that we're building. We're for some of the farmers markets that are up and coming. We're going to be curating a new market in Heath, Texas at Standard Service.
Sorry.
And then we'll be part of the Rockwall Farmers Market. Yeah. So, what all animals have you got on so far? I'm sorry I haven't been able to watch.
No, we had a bearded dragon. We've had 2 snakes. We've had a hedgehog, a Great Dane, and 2 rats. We have not seen any livestock of any kind.
Well, let's see here. So, this is from our backyard here on the farm, and I'll kind of start, and we'll go closer to stuff if you want me to.
Cool.
But way over there, there's 2 bison, American buffalo, American bison, both cows that I had to catch for a lady in Greenville that couldn't catch them, and then we ended up with them. One of them's laying down over there, and then one of them's over there. And then there's horses in this pasture. And then there's horses here. And then there's some cattle right there.
Yep.
And we'll go down to the barnyard and take a look at the other animals.
So this season you've got a lot of foals coming in. Is that normal year over year, or is this year kind of a boomer year?
Yeah. So cellular here. So we try to have everything planned to have a baby in the spring. The mares all foal in the spring, and the cows calve in the spring. So we kind of have a short amount of time for everything to be born, so we can keep a close eye on it. Also, we can get it all the same size and have everything kind of uniform for sale. With horses, the Quarter Horse Association and a couple other horse associations age a horse based on the first of the year. So January 1st, they are a year old. So if they were born December, they're a year old the next January 1st. If they were born in March, the next year they'll be a year old. So to have a horse that's born close to January without being born before January helps target situations like shows, so they're all as mature as you can get them, but still be in the same age category.
Gotcha. I didn't know that. So would that be the same for cattle, or age doesn't really matter with cattle? I'm compounding questions, but sorry about that.
Yeah, no. So with the cattle, one, we want them all uniform so we can target the animals grazing the best grass when they're pregnant and then when they're having babies. So as they're producing milk, we don't have to supplement them with any grains. All of our cattle here on the place, including the ones we raise for beef and sell Tate Farms beef, are grass-fed and grass-finished. So having them at the right age when the grass is in the right condition is kind of a target for us. The grass that we use is to finish beef, and in a situation like in a feed yard where they'd have cattle on grain, they can finish them year round. They can give them grain any time of year. They'll eat it and grow at those times. But on grass, grass doesn't grow very well in the early spring and winter. And then the type of grass that grows in the summer and fall is not as nutritious. It doesn't have as much sugar in it. So since it doesn't have as much sugar in it, it doesn't produce as much fat. And since it doesn't produce as much fat, you can't get the cattle to finish as well. So to produce the fat that gives you intermuscular fat that produces marbling, it would be like a prime piece of meat versus a select or a lesser cut of meat. We have to have the grass the right way. So the animals need to be a certain age to target that same deal.
So when you just said two things that that kind of piqued my interest, you said select and prime, and those are things that I see when I go to the grocery store. I'll see USDA select and USDA prime. Right. Those tell us a little bit about the quality of the beef.
Yeah. So the main thing is the marbling. So the marbling of beef is the intermuscular fat, not the fat that you would trim off, but the fat that's actually in the meat that gives it its flavor, that gives it its texture. And the higher the marbling, the higher quality the beef. We've all seen Kobe beef or Wagyu beef. The Wagyu is a specific breed of cow that has a high level of intermuscular fat. So they actually marble higher than the standard animal that marbles prime. With that, what we're trying to do is keep the animals, the things that add to that would be the animal's life, that they're low stress, that they can be as relaxed as possible. They're out in the pasture grazing, being as normal as they can be, and then the genetics play a part too, just like a breed that produces better meat than another breed will.
Cool. So, Evan, you got quite a few different businesses going on, and we've been allowing every guest to kind of give a shout out to different small businesses. Tate Farms is one of the Instagram handles that y'all have that I'd encourage everybody to follow.
So our things to follow would be Tate Farms TX. That's kind of the blanket of everything that we do. Tate Farms is in Rockwall, Texas. We've been here since 1962. Another one of our businesses is Summerfield at Tate Farms. Summerfield is our venue name. We host parties, weddings, that kind of stuff. Of course, that's all put on hold now with the shelter-in-place stuff. We did actually have a wedding here today. We left the gate open. We left the door unlocked. A bride and groom and one other person came. They Skyped the preacher. We'll be posting a picture of it. There's a preacher on a screen and the bride and the groom standing in a room by themselves, and then one friend taking a picture. And today was supposed to be their wedding with 250 people. Oh. And today was a special day for them, so they still wanted to get married. They're still going to have a big party and ceremony.
Yep.
But they wanted to get married today, and we just left light on for them, and they went and got married, and we were able to help them out.
Cool. Your wife Melissa also has an Instagram. I know she's busy with a lot of things.
Yeah.
She's got the photo wagon.
So that's Melissa's Instagram handle is Melissa Tate TX. Follow her for food recipes. She's a food writer for Living Magazine, and then she is carrying on my mother's recipe column from the Blue Ribbon News, which is Rockwall newspaper, online and in print. She's working on writing a book this year. It'll be a cookbook. And then, those are the things we're doing. Some other projects we have is Photo Wagon. That's Photo Wagon TX. It's a mobile photo booth. Anybody that's been around Dallas at any of the big events have seen Photo Wagon.
The state fair every year. Yeah.
Yeah. We've been at the state fair with Photo Wagon every year. It's vintage travel trailers, turquoise and white vintage travel trailers that we built to have photo booths inside. So it prints out strips, takes 4 pictures, and old school photo booth and an old school trailer. But of course, again, that business is completely on hold as well.
Yeah.
We're actually taking orders on beef. We're going to be delivering to places in Rockwall County, and then we're going to have a pickup date for Dallas County and other locations around the Metroplex where people could order, and we would have a delivery date where there'd be a pickup location in town where they could come meet us and buy products that we have for sale. We raise our beef. That's all grass-fed, grass-finished, raised here.
And it's good. Yes, it's good.
And then we also have honey. Our bees are all here from the farm. They're bees that we've trapped wild and harvest the honey once a year. We'll have some other products for sale when we do that. Back to the livestock. We're down here.
Yep.
Next to the pigs.
We can hear them. So everyone's wanting to see them.
Yeah, they were wanting to say hi.
So what's a pig fact that we might not know?
Well, I am not as skilled on pigs as some of my friends, but these are all Berkshire pigs. the pig fact that you might not know. I'm trying to think of something that I've learned recently about them. Pigs pigs don't like to be dirty, but they like to roll in the mud for bug and sun protection. You see, they've got a little bit of mud caked on their backs, and they like to roll around and be in there. We'll go down to the other pen. Down here, I have a boar, and the boar down here is half Berkshire, half red wattle. Those pigs that we just came from are some younger pigs that we're raising. 2 of them will probably stay here to be sows and have babies, and one will become some of the meat that we sell.
Okay.
Now down here I have a sow that is a wild sow that we trapped when she was just a baby, about the size of a football. You can kind of see the difference in her.
Yep.
Her longer snout, less domesticated looking. And then this is our boar. Like I said, he's a red wattle, which you can see the little wattles hanging off of his chin.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
Yep. That's part of the breed. And then he has the same coloring as the Berkshires.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, thank you so much for hopping on, man, and sharing everything with us. I would love to have Melissa on later on and see what she could share with us. But appreciate your time, brother.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, and look forward to seeing you in the future. And if not, I'll see you in the pasture.
Okay. Take care of yourself, brother.
Bye.
Bye. All righty. Let's see if Johnny is still on. I saw that he... Oh, no. There we go. You get to see our dirty... There we go. This thing's a little... Johnny Tightpants. Here we go. Johnny. He's unable to join. I waited too long. He was trying to join so we could see his fox. I'm going to try him one more time. All right. Y'all are patient with me. I appreciate it. Hey, Johnny, you may want to hop out and hop back in, and that may take care of it, allow you to join. But if we can get Johnny in, I think that would be a good one to end on because he's got a very interesting pet. I've heard it's quite a handful. Let me see if I can get him in one more time. We're waiting. Fingers crossed, connecting. Boom, there he is. Hey, Johnny, how are you, brother?
Figured it out.
All right, how are you?
Good. It did take a while. He moved from his normal spot, but now he's out here in the wild.
Okay.
There we go. Look at that boy.
That is... So this is actually the first time I've been over a couple times, but I haven't been able to hang out with him. This is your second fox, right?
Yeah. The first one I had passed away really quickly. A stupid dog killed it.
That's a bummer, man. Yeah, and that's going to be natural predation there. But everyone just saw the fox. How did you come about to have a pet fox, man?
Well, I did a lot of research. It took me quite a few years to really decide on it because it's kind of a big commitment. He's not like a normal pet to an extent. So after about 8 years of mulling around and research, really started looking at breeders who were providing foxes of different types. And most of these are breeders that have had domesticated foxes many generations based on the fur trade from before. And with the fur kind of going out of style in the 80s and 90s or so, they, weren't killing them as much for that, which is good. Rather have them as cute pets anyway. See that guy? Basically, he acts like a cat and a dog put together, but plus elements of a ferret because he steals stuff. or raccoon or whatever, you know.
I've actually heard that about him, that he steals absolutely everything, right?
Yeah, I have to have nothing out and about for him because he'll just take it and then go right outside to his doggy door set up like that. So then I have to go outside and go retrieve it.
Yeah. What's his name?
Wicket.
Wicket. Okay. And
It's
how
like
long?
he
How long
walks-
have you had him?
He is almost 5 years old now.
Okay. And what's like the average life expectancy in captivity?
In captivity, it is 10 years ish, something like this. Pretty high. They basically don't have a real estimate or average because there's not enough documented domesticated foxes for that. But in the wild, it's about 5 years.
Okay. Yeah.
So
that's cool. So is this something you would recommend people try, or is it not for the faint of heart?
it should be for anybody. I feel right at this point, not really. But what we've done as humans had needed the wolf and wild dog to be domesticated to use as protection and for other various jobs of the humans evolving and all that. At this point in time, I don't feel we need so many dogs to be around as pets because we don't need them as job or protective types as much, right? So a lot of people have dogs that they try to just make this cute little thing, and they really get anxious, and other little problems that dogs can get are based on they need to have a job to be happy.
Yeah. Or
I say we just change gears and go to something that's cute in the wild, like this guy. Foxes are really cute in the wild, and they're playful, and they're not aggressive like a wolf kind of deal. Like the fight or flight. Wolves and other wild dogs that we got our dogs bred down from are more in the fight versus the fox is more of the flight. So let's say, I'm playing with him. He gets a little aggressive. His aggressive level is way below any dog's aggressive level,
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he's it's just perfect for me. I'll tell you that much. And
he does suit your personality, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's big on social distancing too, which is good these times, right? Took him out to the park the other day, and anytime that he hears or sees anybody within 30 yards or something, he's already on alert and just kind of hunkers down and waits to see what they're doing and just keeps his distance.
Yeah. So you can put him on a leash and walk him around the neighborhood just like any
a little bit. He's a little bit skittish, kind of like a cat when you're walking them, but not as bad.
Yeah.
He'll definitely react and kind of jump around and try to get away from things for a while, and then once he calms down, then he can walk like a regular dog. He's kind of like you walk in front of him, he'll follow you, and he seems really comfortable with that. Otherwise, he's the first of the walk, he's really just jumping around a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Getting used to the environment is what this biggest thing, like a cat does. They need to have their escape route already planned, kind of a thing.
Gotcha.
Versus dogs are just exploring around and happy about all that.
Yeah, yeah. How is it house training them?
So when I first got him, I had a litter box for him, and that's kind of the recommended route.
Yeah.
And he took well to that. A little bit longer than the cat, but still used it pretty good. I got this. I've had the doggy door set up for him since he was very young, and he just kind of naturally changed gears and wanted to go outside more than he wanted to go in the litter box. And since then he sometimes will have these fits of him trying to mark or be whatever, anxious or something, but it's not too common that he does that inside.
It's really cool. And just for perspective, how big, do you know how much he weighs or how big he is? Someone was asking that earlier.
So the last vet visit he had, he's 19 pounds.
So that's like a medium to small sized dog.
Right, but he's taller, more lanky than those dogs and such. And right now, you can tell he's shedding in the middle of that process. So in the wintertime, he looks a lot fatter, but he's still not fatter. It's just his fur thickness.
Yeah. Yeah. And what do you feed him? Can you feed him like dog food, or is he on an all meat diet, or what does that look like?
I feed him a raw chicken diet, and his Fox's diets are close to that of the cat. So
Yep.
he has a cat kibble that he'll kind of hang out with in the middle of his big meals.
Okay.
And then I see Harlow asked him if he sleeps in that tunnel outside. He does not really, but he likes that tunnel. He really, I don't know if you can see that one to the left. That's a deep tunnel he made all himself. Typically, foxes will take over other smaller tunnels and kind of dig them to bigger size, but that's all him.
Oh, cool. Man, this is really awesome, Johnny. I really appreciate you coming in. I actually thought about, have you come on earlier and time got by me. So I appreciate you just being able to join at the last minute. This is really interesting.
Yeah.
If anyone's interested in looking into getting a fox, what do you recommend? Where do they do their research?
You really just need to see the habits. There's a couple of how to care for sites. And then there's a bunch of recommended breeders, that kind of thing. It's really just about my setup here is really good, so it's hard for me to want to move another place. But him having his own, he's got, if you see there, pretty enclosed, all around chain link fence at his own area. So I have roommates and they have dogs, and dogs will go over here and then interact with the fox, which behind that fence, and so everybody's safe and happy and playing around really well.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. Who asked about this crazy cry? That's Harley. So yeah, he does make crazy, creepy fox cries sometimes.
Is it kind of like a coyote where they do more of a yip?
It's a bit of a yip. It's a bit of a howl at the same time. It's kind of you can YouTube some of them noises, but there's a alarm bark is what they call it, which is the creepiest one, I think, where it's that quick cry with a little bit of a rolling of the R kind of a noise,
Yeah. That's really cool, man.
And that's basically why I named him after an Ewok, because he makes Ewok noises.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
A lot of his little playful growly things are very Ewok-y noise, and I love it.
Yeah. Awesome. Hey, Johnny, I know right now, for those that don't know, Johnny is probably one of my favorite, well, you are my favorite bartender in all of Dallas. Right now, you're going through a little bit of a time. Are there any small businesses that you would like to, I know you're working with Swizzle, but any small businesses or anything that we can do to reach out to you, help where we can, or anything that you would like us to follow or know about?
Well, there's a lot of restaurants that are still able to have their foods delivered or, picked up, which I've encouraged when you can do that to be able to do that. There's been a whole lot of help from those businesses and from other service industry groups to help people like me in the same situation where we are getting food at least, and that really helps a lot. I'm very thankful of that. Yeah, whenever we can, go to Swizzle whenever we're open after all this, you can once again live get a drink from me instead of just watching me make drinks and you not even get to taste them, Yep. Not quite the same. Yep. And yeah, Harley is right. It's a really scary dying sort of noise that they make. Well, someone else is dying. Basically, I seen there's a guy that made a fox cry or call kind of a little device to blow into that makes a call noise, and it is that alarm bark kind of thing because it is telling the foxes that there's one in danger, and it sounds pretty damn creepy.
And then they'll respond in kind or something? Yeah.
They'll basically come out and try to help him.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, dude, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you sharing Wicket with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. Take care of yourself, and hopefully we'll see each other at Lodge, all right?
Yeah, sounds good, brother.
All right, take care of yourself.
All right, you too.
Bye. Bye. All right. Well, guys, that's we're kind of coming up on time, but these all three of these episodes have turned out to be one really educational for me and a lot of fun to watch. Last week we ended up spending a lot of time on artists. The week before was really random and kind of just a little bit of everything. This week was all about pets and animals. We got to hear from Evan Tate from Tate Farms. We heard from Nina, my niece, with her bearded dragon. We saw the Harlows with their entire zoo in Plano. And then just now we saw Johnny with his pet fox. I'll also be posting a video from Kim, and we have another special guest that I was trying to get on. He wasn't able to join. I wish him all the best. Abel, we love you, buddy. We're wishing the best for you. Hope you're having a good week, and hopefully we can get you back on to see all of your pets, because you got some pretty interesting pets as well. In the meantime, folks, we'll join you next Saturday, 6 p.m. Stay safe, wash your hands, love your family, and be good to your neighbors. And we'll catch y'all when, hopefully in face-to-face, when all this craziness is over. Appreciate y'all coming out, and y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Oh, and have a happy Easter. I don't know if you got plans, or if that's your inclination or not, but wish you a great and fun and safe Easter. Okay, y'all take care.